My name's Paul Martin. I'm in Derby AC. Used to be a member many moons ago, and as I'm getting a bit more mature in my age, I've got into coaching and gradually I've got more involved with the club, with the management side of it, team managing and sort of committee side of things.
I started off in foundation as an athlete and I moved into a different coaching group, which was a multi-events group, but I always look back on foundation, always thought I want to coach the children, I want to pass my experience on to them, so I was like, right, we're going for volunteering and asked to coach and got into it that way. I'm also the team manager for the mini league team, so I look after the whole team on the day.
I've been coaching for about 15 years. I started off really developing my own children as athletes, but gradually as other athletes came around I realised that first of all you're offering an incredibly important service to local athletes to try and develop them as athletes, but more important in terms of socialisation, actually getting young people together.
I coach down here 3 times a week, Tuesday evening, Thursday evening and Sunday morning. All the throws, hammer shot, discus and javelin. That's what I've trained for, that's what I compete in myself. And when I took throwing up 15 years ago, thought I had to go and get my licence for coaching the throws. And there we are 15 years later and I'm still doing it.
My job is a catering officer. It's a new thing for me, but yes, I'm enjoying it. And basically it's just overseeing a group of staff and basically we open up for events and then we just serve hot drinks and a range of small items, yeah.
I used to run for Derby years ago when I was sort of in my late teens, early 20s, and then I started work and didn't have time to train as much as I used to, so I stopped running. But then my children started to get to the age that they started getting into it, and they joined Derby AC, and the group was getting bigger and bigger, and I sort of almost just naturally evolved into helping out a bit more, and then started to coach in my own right.
Now for me as a volunteer, it's very gratifying to have successful athletes, but actually as a volunteer, one of the reasons I volunteer is because I feel that athletics is an incredibly inclusive sport. For example, I have a young lad who's 14 who is autistic, and this young lad has achieved county standard at cross country. So for me, volunteering is about creating opportunity, creating aspiration, actually taking the local community and realising that outside of the Derby area, Derby athletes can be successful, Derby athletes can reach national and international status.
The volunteers down here, Chris, Jerry and all the coaches down here have been superb with me in getting me to that level, where I was able to obviously go on to university and then go on to turn professional. If it wasn't for Jerry, Chris and the club around here, it wouldn't have happened.
It's just pleasure of doing it, really, more than anything else, and watching them sort of progress into what they're doing now. You know what I mean? I don't really sort of like to praise what I do, I like to praise what they do, rather than me saying, oh, aren't I good? I'd rather sort of let them do it for me, rather than, just keep going and drills and drills and training and training and training, and then it pays off eventually for them, so it's good.
I can't do it anymore, but I can help these lot do it, and that's it. It's just great. I think this lot, it keeps me buzzing. I'm really happy about this. It's better than having a dog actually, because you can send kids home. Yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoy doing it. I like it here. Yeah, it's all the facilities are here. It's a good atmosphere. It's a tremendous atmosphere, in fact. So I wouldn't come if I didn't like it.
It's very rewarding. It's hard work, but from my perspective, it is rewarding, and I just like seeing people do well. And I like the team spirit around the club, so fellow coaches, fellow committee members and other volunteers. So you go down into the canteen and we have a lot of banter, and it's all for a worthy cause.
I think volunteering's a marvellous thing generally. I see a lot of it in the work that I do. I work for the health service, so we're always encouraging people to give back when they perhaps can't do what they did before, at the levels. But you get such a lot out of seeing people develop. You build relationships with athletes. Something positive comes out of the time that you spend. And when the athletes do well, do a PB, then there isn't anything better than that.
Can't get enough of it. My missus says you're obsessed, but I think I'm more than that. Yeah, obsessed is nowhere near where I am with this. I just love it. I love the people, I love the atmosphere, I love the camaraderie, and nobody's got an ego. They all want to learn, and they're all prepared to put up with stuff like weather like this and do it, you know. And as you can see, we're still here because we just like to go for it.
Well, it's fine, and it's like balancing schoolwork, so I do it when I get home straight away, then come here and train. I find it quite fun learning how to coach the younger ones because I learn a lot about it myself in my own sessions. So yeah, I find it really good. I just enjoy it. I like helping other people. It just makes me happier in myself.
I would say it's great for your CV, it's good to get your experience, you're working with loads of different people in the industry, and it's enjoyable. Like, there's no bad days with it. You might have your odd little glitches with it, but I really enjoy it. It's one of the things that it de-stresses you at the end of the day, and I definitely suggest to get into it.
I think it can be a little bit unnerving because if you've not run yourself or competed yourself in the past, you might think, well, what have I got to offer? But there's an awful lot that most parents can offer at the club, to be perfectly honest. Whether it's learning how to do some of the officiating, whether it's helping out on a day like today with events and helping out with the numbers, whatever it is, every little bit helps, and the club does rely on the volunteers to make events like today happen for the athletes.
The more volunteers we can have, the less it is on one person to come down and do it, but to ease the load on people. Yeah.
And they only have to volunteer for an hour or so. They don't have to, do the whole event, because we know, a lot of them have children that they want to watch, and they're welcome to go and see their child race. It's just an hour from any volunteer would help out, and we have a team of 4, so it also gives us breaks and things like that.
And allows us to go and watch our own children compete as well.
Yeah.
Don't watch daytime television. Don't sit on your bum reading books. Do that at evening time. Get out there and get involved with these kids, because I'll tell you what, they keep you young. No doubt at all about that.